which just means it has 3 terms when a equals 1. So to factor a trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c, you must first find integers or numbers that multiply to give you ac, and those same numbers need to add to give you b. Okay, so step 1, we're going to label the trinomial ABC. Okay, so since nothing today is going to have a number in front, we're going to go ahead and put a 1. We're going to label it A, B, and then C. So on example 1, I'm going to put my 1. I'm going to label it A, B, C. Okay, so the first step's pretty easy. Then I'm going to multiply A times C. So I have A times C. So in this first example, A times C equals 20. So now I'm going to think of numbers that multiply to give me 20. So for example, 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. Okay? These same numbers, I'm going to add them to see which one gives me B, which is 9. So I have 1 plus 20, 21. 2 plus 10 is 12. 4 plus 5 is 9. Once I find the two numbers that equal B, those are my winning numbers. So I'm going to circle them. Okay? Now, step 3, create two fractions with AX at the bottom. So I'm going to have two fractions. In this case, AX is 1x, so 1x is going to go at the bottom of both. My winning factors go on top. So I had a plus 4 and a plus 5. It doesn't matter which one goes where. Okay? Now, all you do is swing the bottom up, and we're going to fill in our two parentheses. So we're going to have x plus 4, and this one would be x plus 5. And that would be our answer. Okay, so for example 2, I'm going to go ahead and put my 1 in front. I'm going to label it A, B, C. Okay, so I have 1 times negative 18. So this time A times C equals negative 18. Remember, when I multiply and I get a negative, that means one of my numbers is positive and one of them's negative. So I'm going to start by making the bigger number negative. So I have 1 and negative 18, 2 times negative 9, 3 times negative 6. Now I'm going to add to see if any of those give me a positive 3. So I have 1 plus negative 18, so negative 17. 2 plus negative 9, so negative 7. 3 plus negative 6, which is a negative 3. This one's the closest. I need a positive 3, so all I need to do is switch the signs. So I'm going to have a negative 3 and a positive 6, which is going to give me a positive 3. Okay, so I'm going to build my fractions. This time I'm going to have 1a at the bottom because a is the variable I'm using. The top of one, I'm going to have negative 3. The top of the other, I'm going to have plus 6. Swing the bottom up. So I have a minus 3, a plus 6. Okay, example 3. Same thing, put the 1 in front. I have A, B, C. Going to multiply A times C. So 1 times 24 is going to give me 24. Okay, here, since it's multiplying to get positive, I know they're either both positive or both negative. In this case, they're both going to be negative because I'm adding to get a negative number. So I'm going to have negative 1 and negative 24, negative 2, negative 12, negative 3, negative 8, negative 4, negative 6. So I'm adding to get a negative 11. So this is negative 25, negative 14, negative 11. So I don't even need to check the last one. These are my winners. So I have 1C, 1C. Okay, at the top, my winning numbers, so negative 3, negative 8. Swing the bottom up. So I have C minus 3, C minus 8. Okay, example 4. Same thing. 1, so I have A, B, C. I'm going to multiply 1 and negative 63. So A times C equals negative 63. So again, I know one of my numbers is positive and one's negative. I'm going to make the bigger one negative since I'm adding to get a negative. So I have 1 and negative 63, 7 and negative 9. Oops. So now I'm going to add. So this will be negative 62. This will be negative 2, which is what I wanted. So at the bottom, we have our 1m. At the top, I have a plus 7 and a minus 9. Swing the bottom up. So we have m plus 7, m minus 9. Okay, on the next one. Okay, we have 1, so we have A, B, C. So we're multiplying A times C, which is 49. Okay, so we have our factors are 1 and 49. Everything's positive, so all these are going to be positive. And then we have 7 and 7. So I'm going to add to try to get 14. 1 plus 49 is 50. 7 plus 7 is 14. So those are my winners. Now I'm going to build my fractions. At the bottom, we're going to put 1p. At the top, it's going to look exactly the same because they're both the same. So plus 7. Swing the bottom up. So I have p plus 7, p plus 7. So since these two factors are exactly the same, most of the time you'll see it written as p plus 7. There's 2 of them, so I'm going to have an exponent of 2. Okay, last one. Notice on this one, there's no b. There's just an A and a C. Okay, so we're going to multiply A times C just like normal. And we get negative 25. Okay, so we have 1 and negative 25. And we have, because we need a positive and a negative number, then we have 5 and negative 5. Okay, we know that B in this case is 0. So when I add, I want them to equal 0. So I have 1 plus negative 25, so that's negative 24. 5 plus negative 5 is 0. So those are my winners. So now I'm going to set up my fractions just like before. So we have 1m, 1m. Okay, at the top we're going to have a plus 5 on one, minus 5 on the other. Swing to the top. So we have m plus 5, m minus 5. Since the signs are different, this is exactly how I leave it.